11. We made it.
We did. Here we are, my friends. Happy Thursday.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Thirsty Thursday indeed, my friend. I'm starving, Kyle. I woke up just starving today, brother. I need some fuel for my mindset. I need some fuel for my business. And today we get to talk about number 5 and 6 on our list as we continue our growth pattern. Guys, before we get into it, hello. Good morning. How are you? How's your mom and them? My name is Marcus Heflin, based out of Nashville, Tennessee. My buddy, my business partner, your favorite coach, Coach Kyle. Well, maybe say favorite coach, maybe second favorite. I don't know. Maybe it's a tie. I don't know. We're going to find out. Coach Kyle Evans out of Louisiana, all over the state, by the way. Forget the city.
Sure.
Covers the whole state. Let's do that.
Let's do that. Mr. Down South, if you need me, just give me a call.
There it is, guys. Before we get into our deep material, I'm going to remind you of our foundation. We've got our bold law. One of our new ones: time is more valuable than money. And if for a second you doubt that that statement is correct, if I handed you $100 billion, almost unfathomable to think about how much that money that is. If I gave that to you and said you had 2 days to live, would you take it? Guaranteed you wouldn't. Time is more valuable than money. And when we think about auditing, we always talk about auditing money. When's the last time you audited your time? Maybe that's for our Friday show. And yet let's focus here today. DTD2, the people that you're going to be calling today and the rest of the week to finish the week strong. You got 2 more days. Push. Get those 20 calls in a day. Push the limits, right? Grow. And last name is going to be H&V this week. Mr. Kyle Evans, what do we have in store for everybody today?
You know, man, I know you've been traveling in the rooms. I've been traveling in the rooms in this hotel lobby. You're in the hotel right now. And one of the things that I want to touch on that I think is super important that keeps popping up, right? Because we're getting into lead generation. We're getting into touching our databases. And without a doubt, every city, there are multiple agents who are brave enough to voice it. So I know there's more who aren't, that they're struggling talking to the database, Marcus.
Yeah, for sure. I'm picking that up all over Georgia.
And it's not because they don't necessarily know what to say. It's because they're scared to say it. Scared of the judgment, scared of the rejection. It might be weird, right? And before we go any further this morning, I just want to make sure that our people are understanding firmly, foundationally, that they have value, that people actually want to hear from them. Dude, in the rooms, people are sitting there. They're like, the craziest thing happened. I'm like, what? They were happy to hear from me. And I got business from the call. I know. I'm like, oh my gosh, you don't say. Stop it. Get out of here. Guys, we got to understand that, man. Today, tomorrow, next week, as we move through the DTD2, people want to hear from you. You have value. You have worth. You have stuff to say. You're fun. People want to talk to you. Talk to them. Talk to them.
Talk to them. I could not agree more, man. It's funny. In every room, in every round, in every year that I have taught bold, it's the exact same conversation. 2 things have happened this week that maybe by sharing, somebody will hear it, somebody will resonate, and we can take a next step further. The first one was I simply asked the question around affirmations. And I said, give me something that you said to yourself in the past 24 to 48 hours that wasn't really serving you, right? And they figured out the insult. They shared it with me. And I said, now imagine your loved one right here in front of me, and I'm yelling what you said to yourself to them. And they go, no. I said, well, why's that? They go, well, I love them. And I see their true potential. I said, skirt. You just said you see their potential, and I'm your coach right here in front of you saying I see your potential. What's the difference? Better than
Hmm.
that, where do you see your potential? What's limiting your mindset or your vision of your true potential? And really, what it is, and you said it several times on all of our calls, it's right behind that work that we're refusing to take on and do, right? And here's the other thing that I heard, man. When we tie it to a bigger picture, when we tie it to a bigger why, which is one thing that we talked about in week 2 of Bold this week, is the next time you're a little intimidated about picking the thing up, fear of rejection or the fear of anything, right? First and foremost, you got to understand that the way our brain works, it fires neurons, okay? And sure, somebody much smarter than me can go into this, and yet the connection points are like highways to our belief system. And if you've said to yourself, they're going to reject me, I am not worthy of making that call, I am whatever it is, right? You have said that so many times over and over. There's a really strong belief there. In the bold room, we break that and we say, hey, make the call. What happened? Oh no, you got business? They liked you? Wait, did I hear you laughing while you lead you? How dare you? How dare you have fun? And then they think, I got it. I'm good to go. Not yet. Because we've had years of that old pattern. That one's really, really strong. We just did our first interrupt. Well, that's a really weak one string where this one's got thousands of hours behind it. We've got to continue to condition that. And that's one reason why the bold room or a room of growth minded individuals is so important. Get out that comfort zone and tell your brain over and over again, the more I call, the more they like it. The more I call, the more they like it. And when you reframe it that way, when you start to condition yourself, it's game over. I've never been in a bold room lead gen situation though, where we didn't find success. And I also didn't get surprises from the agents. I can't believe it. I can, right? And we get the advantage of seeing all these agents across several cities. Guys, please come with an open mind. Right here today, do your lead gen, prove to yourself that you have so much value to your clients.
Yeah, man, I love that. And it's so funny because me and Marcus, we promise we're going to get to 5 and 6. And yet this is just so important. And I just love how we play off each other here. I'm going to give you guys a special look. I've been going a little rogue. Okay. I've been doing an exercise that's not in the material, but I think it's so foundational. So, Marcus, you get to be my guinea pig here. And the
Do
people
it.
who haven't been in my rooms get to see it live. So, Marcus, this is what I want you to do. What is this?
That right there is an Expo dry erase marker.
Sure. Expo pen, expo marker, whatever you want to call it. If I was super artistic and had the ability, could I draw like an awesome like drawing with this, like a great picture? Like if in the right hands, it could be a masterpiece, right?
For sure.
Um, if I was an author, could I write on the board a great story?
Yeah.
If I was a mathematician, could I draw like a great equation that maybe could solve the world?
Sure can. Beautiful mind.
Awesome, great. So this is what I want you to do. So we know the potential of this. I want you to give me 3 insults. I want you to insult this marker. Let it have it. Go ahead, go.
Oh, you so little. Like how you gonna
So
affect,
little.
bro? My good purple, really? Purple
Ugh,
blue is much better. You know blue's better.
way
Okay.
better. Way
And,
better.
and if we're being honest, there's much cooler pen designs. Okay.
Way cooler. Way cooler
That looks like
designs.
a 90s infomercial. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 90s and like wake up. It's 2024 marker. Come on. What are we doing here?
Oh,
Okay. Now, question for you. Did the marker change?
no, sir.
Still the same one, right?
Same
Just
one.
checking. Yep, still the same one. Okay, let's spin it the other way. Yeah. Give me 3 compliments now.
It purple looks great on you. Like
It does.
it
Yep.
yeah, yeah. It seems reliable,
Hmm.
and it really, really seems like that lid is yeah, it's there. It's
It's
protected.
there. Very protective lid. That's right. Good job. Here's my question to you again. Did the marker change?
No, sir.
So what I'm hearing you say is that it doesn't matter what other people's opinions of the marker is, it still has tons of value and opportunity.
You are correct, sir. And now I see what you're
So
doing.
my agents out there, my people out there, listen, you gotta stop being so open to the interpretation of others. You have all the opportunity in the world. You can do whatever you want with your own marker, with your own story. Stop taking advice from people you wouldn't trade lives with.
Mm, that's the statement of the day so far, right there, buddy. And here's the other thing too. You just mentioned it doesn't matter what others people's opinions of them are. Unfortunately, what we're also running into is their opinions of themselves.
That's right.
And whatever your mental is tempting you to believe that isn't true, guys, just know that is something somewhere out there tempting you not to be the best version of yourself, trying to devalue you. Because here's the unfortunate thing that not many people talk about. We've got a bold law that says your people are either a circle or a cage. And unfortunately, sometimes that inner thought process is our worst cage. So, how can we reframe that? And it starts by one simple thing at a time, one call, one connection, and then repeat, and then repeat. And hey, here's the deal: make your calls until somebody absolutely cusses you out and tells you you're horrible at real estate. Then you can take a 10-minute break and get back on the horse again. All right, that's what you do.
Take a lap. Take a lap.
Take a lap.
All right, guys, let's dive into this, man. Again, this is our medium dive of Quantum Leap. It's not a snorkel, it's not a scuba. It's right there in the middle, Goldilocks in the Three Bears style. We gave you steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to go through 5 and 6. Number 5 is a balanced life is a lie. Number 6 is big is bad. Remember, these are the 6 lies between you and success. Number 5. A balanced life is a lie. Check your screens out here, man. The work-life balance. Marcus, I know you're like me. We wear a bunch of hats. Look at you balancing. God, you're so good.
Well,
Look at that.
yeah.
You're like
Well,
the Karate Kid.
and forgive me for interrupting, but like Kyle, I'm an athlete. All right, I don't know if you can tell by this or not. I'm an athlete, and there's no tricks here, guys. It's one finger on that iPhone, not an Android, because Androids would never work. And hey Kyle, real quick question, buddy. Am I balanced?
It looks like it.
Am I balanced or am I balancing?
Ooh.
All right, that's my question, guys. A balanced life, it's a lie, right? It does not happen. And yet, a balancing life, us always balancing things here, there, back and forth, and weighing how far we're going, left or right, that's the actual approach. Kyle, I'm sorry for interrupting, man. And yet, I do that in the room, and it kind of wakes people up to say it's never a finished product, it is a consistent effort to check in with how far you're ebbing and flowing on this visual aid right here.
No, I love it. I mean, it's exactly what I'm going into here. I mean, look at the slide, right? There's an awesome quote by James Patterson there. And it's saying that we're all juggling balls, right? Some of us are juggling health, some of us are juggling wealth, teams, business, family, dating, whatever it is, right? We're all juggling these balls. The thing about it is, some of them are made of rubber and some of them are made of glass. Our wealth, our business, those are rubber.
Mhm.
They can be dropped, they can bounce back. In fact, America is full of stories of people who have lost it all and built it back, sometimes even better than before.
Most times.
Most times, right? Unfortunately, some of them are made of glass, our health, our key relationships. If we drop them, they can be scuffed, they can be broken, they can even be shattered, never to be put back again. My question to you is this: do you know which one of your balls, which one of the ones you're juggling, are rubber and glass?
That's so solid, man. That's so solid. And I think sometimes um, we're dropping those glass balls because we haven't taken time to appreciate that those are the most precious ones. And hey, and guys, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking with you because Lord knows I have made that same misjudgment. I don't want to say mistake, misjudgment. Okay. Sometimes we take for granted the people that are in our life because we just assume they'll always be there, and maybe they will be, and yet will the relationship be as strong, be as nurturing, be as welcoming? We've got all kinds of sayings around family. You can't be a hero at a place that you're never at, right? And and, and
Ouch.
uh, well, I mean, it's true, right? And it's true, and it is so funny. There's story after story about man, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make a lot of money, and then after I make that lot of money, then I'm gonna go hire a fitness coach that I can get my health back, and I can focus on that. And then right when I get my health back, my money's gone, so I gotta go do that. And it's like this vicious cycle because we're always ebbing and flowing so much, as opposed to finding the true values and balancing them throughout the day, giving the areas of our life that need the most attention, that attention in that moment. And I think how the other thing that we need to raise our hands and decide that if we've fallen short or fallen guilty to is that sometimes we say we went to work and all we did was scroll Facebook, Instagram, or do something else that wasn't actually serving us in that work environment. Oh, and then I get to go home and then I get to tell my family, like, hey, let me step away real quick because I got to take this call because I didn't grow business today. And now by default, I've got to grow it right now and walk away from
Mm,
Legos and playing T and I've got to go do this. I had all day to do
that's
it.
right.
And yet, guys, you weren't more important than my fear of making a call today.
Yeah, man, there's really no such thing as a balanced life. There's not. There's, like you said, balancing, or said another way, like Gary and Jay like to call it, counterbalancing, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we're going to swing off into work. Sometimes we're going to swing off into family life. Either one of those is okay. There's no judgment around it. If you are someone who has a close knit family or people around you, people counting on you, I in fact think it's healthy to do that as long as the expectations and time horizons are clear. People ask Marcus and I all the time because we travel the country and we go speak to all these different people and places. And they're like, how do you guys balance doing this and being gone and then still being great husbands and fathers? We do it because there's time horizons on it. Guys, we're not gone 300 days a year. October, November are our main busy times. And we're off in December. We're off in January. We're off in the summer. And we are where our feet are. We take the time and we squeeze all the drops out of it. I challenge people all the time. I tell them, guys, 2 hours of me with my kids, I guarantee you trumps 12 hours or 24 hours with you and yours, and not as a judgment thing, just as an awareness thing. I'm not on my phone. I'm playing with them. I'm in a costume. We're doing tea parties. We're at the zoo. We're doing things together. I'm pushing them on a swing, and you're not. And don't go into shame or judgment about it. Just
Mm.
understand that you can change it. You can work on it. It's not too late.
I think that's beautifully said, my friend. I'm going to steal one from our buddy Bernal, David Bernal. He hit me with this. David's also the same guy, husband and father, who spends 16 weeks out of the year on the California coastline while they live in Texas, by the way, every single summer. And he does this really great thing. He actually told it to me today. He said when his, when baby girl or baby boy come up to him and they're like, Daddy, I miss you. Da, 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 da. He goes, I pay attention to that and we talk about it. And yet I don't go into Armageddon feelings. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? He goes, because I know I've already made the quality deposits that encompass me being a great dad and there for them. He said, maybe they're
True.
having a moment, maybe they just miss dad, but I don't have guilt because I know I showed up at a high level. Yes, dad's been gone all day or for the last 3 days, but I made massive deposits before. And let's think a big picture. So it's not that he's not paying attention to the kid in that moment. Let me articulate that one more time. It's just he doesn't have to go, oh my gosh, I'm a terrible dad. I feel so guilty. He knows better, and it's because of the time he's already put in.
That's right. That's right. There is enough time when we're focused. Number six here, guys. Big is bad, Marcus. Big is bad. Stay away from it. How big is your box? Guys, I love what they show here in the span of control. Some people think, oh man, how can I have 20 employees, 100 employees, 50 employees, whatever? I can't talk to everyone. You're not supposed to manage everyone. You're supposed to have six. And I think they showed even up to 7 or 8 is about the length of span of control before we start to see law of depreciating returns on that. So I don't want you to have to micromanage everyone in your organization. I want you to have 5 or 6 people that are empowered, that are direct reports to you in your corporation, that answer directly to you and that you hold accountable. And then, therefore, as you see on the screen, they go hold accountable.
It's really great when we get the opportunity to coach business planning clinic because in that material we get the ability to click through the slides, and it's the org chart, and it just continues to grow, right? One agent, then one agent admin, one agent admin, and then listing manager or marketing person or whatever you decide, right? And I had this really cool thing. I believe it was from step 4 to 5 and to 6. And I said, all right, guys, everybody pay attention. Boom. How many people did we just add? And they count them up, right? And they're like, 7. And I'm like, boom, how many people we add again? Da-da-da-da-da. 5 more. Now we got 12. I'm like, awesome. What do you notice about this one? And then I go back 2 slides and this one. And there's a moment of pause. And they're like, wait, the one circle, the agent circle, it doesn't have more direct reports. It's the same system. It's essentially you're spreading departments as you grow your company, not spreading yourself thin. Because when you spread yourself thin, you spread your outcomes thin. And that's not what we're looking for.
I mean, here's the truth of the matter. And I hate to say it, guys, I'm just going to let you know. I don't report to Gary yet. I want to. I don't. I report to someone else who reports to Gary. I haven't earned my way in there yet. I will, just not there yet. Gary has a lot of people in the organization because he has a lot of people structured in an awesome hierarchy of accountability and empowerment. In your own organization, how can you model that system, model that to build your world as big as possible? Marcus, I got a great question for you around this. If me and you had a computer company, okay, and we had to use our computers every day. This is how we make money and make business, okay? And we had 2 computers, and one of them broke. Are we in trouble?
I would imagine it causes a little stress. I mean, we can still get work done. It's gonna be trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be operating like 50% capacity, man. We're not going to be doing the things we need to do. Let me change the script here. If we had 10 computers and one of them broke, are we in trouble?
No, we good.
That's another day, buddy. Guys, we got to understand that big is not bad. In fact, big can absolutely be good, asterisk, structured properly. Structured properly.
Yeah. The best agents in our company all say you've got to start with that strong foundation. The teams typically, guys, everything is able to have success, and yet the teams that go very wide, very fast, we see different results. We see different calendars. We see different stress levels as opposed to the agents who go deep, like the model says, and get true, strong, talented leverage in place and then start to go wide. It's fascinating when I sit down with some agents and they're like, yeah, I've got 12 agents on my team. We did 60 million last year. We're rocking. I'm like, awesome. That sounds really impressive with the agent count and the volume count. And if I did the math, that's 5 million per person. And I also know that it's not going to be spread evenly, right? Versus hanging out with like my buddy Adam Taylor in South Carolina. It's him and 2 admin, and he'll put up 50 plus million by himself, maybe with a showing assistant. And I'm like, 1, definitely profitability. And then 2, well, how many people are the wide teams actually reporting to, managing, coaching up the whole thing? Again, no judgment, guys. It's just your choice of which route, right? And the reason why a certain route is in a certain red book, I'm going to pay attention to it.
No judgment, all the judgment.
Well, that's the thing, though. Every single model can make money, right?
Sure.
It's just the style in which you go about it. I'm not saying, and that's the beauty of real estate. Everybody can make money in different ways. And yet, if we focus on the model that's been proven in time, and time has shown us that multiple people can run the same model, I kind of lean that way.
Yeah, man. I like that. I think that's good. And I like what Gary's even said lately. It's not levels, right? It's options.
Mm-hmm.
There's options on how to run the team, and even more so calling it best practices, right? Not that one's bad. It's just this is the best, most profitable, leanest way to do it. And like Marcus said, man, each way you want to run your business is your own choice. We're here to be the guide, not the hero. Take it, leave it, whatever you want. Marcus, let's send the people out on the high note so they can go crush their morning. What you got for them, brother?
Man, I just love that we're focused on what we've been talking about and really letting people grow into their potential, grow into who they are supposed to be, even though their brain has told them to hold back for so long. What we're seeing in the bold room, what we're seeing on here, guys, just get into action. Go make yourself a mess. Forget that fear for 10 minutes. And then after that 10, if it's still just as bad as it was after your first 2 or 3 phone calls, cool. Take you a break. I guarantee you, though, it won't be. We see it every single day in the bold room. We just choose for you to see it for yourself in your own office.
That's right. That's right. All right,
Let's
ladies
go
and
get it.
gentlemen, boys and girls, see you later.
See ya.